many privileged white people are coming here on this app and they're talking about people that benefit from food stamps, which most of them happen to be white. Most of them happen to live in Republican states, red states.
And one thing I kept seeing was that welfare was created for white people. I knew that it was created during the New Deal, so I did some more research because I didn't really know the whole story, and I thank you guys for responding and helping me learn stuff.
Government assistance was made for white people. The fact that the programs are made in like 1935, like in the 1930s, says it all right there, given the fact that black people were not even considered people under the law at that time. But I've really been doing some more research and reading, and I read an article and they were talking about how like up until like the 60s or 70s, black people really could not qualify for government assistance. And that is absolutely disheartening, being that now it hasn't even been 100 years later that black people are now the face of all racial stereotypes regarding government assistance in Section 8. Meanwhile, these same programs were never even made for us. Meanwhile, black people had to jump through hoops to get qualified. Meanwhile, people talk about black fathers not being in the home, and these same government institutions were not wanting the men to be there. Like, what the fuck?
Somebody get me the fuck off of white TikTok. Like, for real, get me off of it. I need black people to start commenting ASAP, because I'm over there and them asses are talking about, oh my God, do y'all know SNAP benefits come from us? We give out SNAP benefits. It comes from us. It was created for y'all. The first white person to receive SNAP benefits was what, 1939? And her name was Maybelle, and she lived in New York. And baby, when black folks tried to get it, they excluded the sharecroppers as well. And then white wholesalers manipulated the program and profited off of it, leaving black folks out to the dust. Now, what stopped that shit was the Food Stamp Act of 1964. 64, y'all. My mama was born in 65. So let me get this straight. White people, y'all have benefited off of food stamps longer than any other race in this fucking country. Black folks just got that shit for real in 1964. Hell, we got that before we got our voting rights. And then in the 1980s, y'all got pissed off that we were getting actual help. And y'all started coming up with the trope, the welfare queen, saying black people and black women in particular were using food stamps to get over on the government, leading to increased restrictions and eligibility. Restrictions only harmed low-income people of color, i.e. black folks. As of 2023, 37% of white people in America are on SNAP, 26% are black, and 16% are Hispanic. So who's really living off our shit? Y'all get on my nerves.
Now, don't blame the Democrats, because this is absolutely Trump's doing. He can fund it if he wanted to. He's funding ICE. He's sending $40 billion to Argentina. Why are you not mad with him? The only thing the Democrats want to do is make sure that you have affordable health care. And people are getting their notice. So not only you're not going to have your food stamps until the government is back in order, but you're going to have a big freaking healthcare bill coming January. And before you start coming over here complaining about the Democrats, I need you to go to the videos in which people are crying, teachers, healthcare professionals, in which their insurance has doubled or even tripled. Good luck on trying to get food and trying to stay healthy. I'm not sure how long this is going to last, but this is the frustration that we have with you, a lot of MAGA people, because you guys still haven't done your due diligence in reading Project 2025, in which they are trying to destabilize the government and that they want to do away with all the safety net. Why? Because it caused chaos. But I'm going to tell you who's going to be just fine. It's going to be the black and brown people, because we have always been resilient.
So I posted about white folks on food stamps. And one thing I kept seeing was that welfare was created for white people. I knew that it was created during the New Deal, so I did some more research because I didn't really know the whole story, and I thank you guys for responding and helping me learn stuff. So during the Great Depression is when we saw the beginning of things like Social Security, unemployment insurance. But here's the kicker. When Franklin Roosevelt built those programs, he had to make deals with Southern Democrats in Congress, the same folks who were big fans of Jim Crow, to get the support of these racist white Southern politicians. The programs were designed to exclude farm workers, domestic workers, jobs held overwhelmingly by Black, Latino, and Indigenous people. So right from the start, Black and brown families were pushed out of benefits so that white people could get them. Then we move forward to the 1960s, and there's this war on poverty. It finally opened up welfare programs more broadly, and that's when food stamps became permanent. Well, permanent, we don't know what Trump's going to do to them, but they lasted a long time. And guess what? The minute more Black and brown families started accessing this help, the politics shifted. Welfare got a new image and a new target. By the 1980s and 90s, with Ronald Reagan and his gang, they pushed the welfare queen myth. That's a racist dog whistle meant to turn public opinion against safety nets by blaming Black women for poverty that white policies created. That's the truth, you guys. So yes, welfare was built for white people, and when others finally got in the door, they tried to burn the house down. If you want to blame the right people, you got to get curious.
Hello guys, and welcome to this episode, and thank you so much for tuning in, and let's have this discussion. For so long, the food snap have been used in the racial propaganda. They have been trying to push this narrative that the food programs have been helping the minority community more than the white folks. But the reality have come out. People are saying it loud that it is the red state that have been receiving the big share. The Kentucky, Oklahoma, West Virginia, and other red states have been receiving a large share, and that is being said loud by even the white folks. And even in this video, you can actually see there is most white people who are actually benefiting from these food programs more than the black folks. But as always, there have been these propaganda that these food programs is benefiting the black folks, is benefiting the minority community, even going to an extent of thinking that the black folks get help from the food snap because they are lazy. But in reality, it is the white folks who receive the largest share. And even if we go back to history, we'll find that the food programs actually started around 1930s, and by then the black folks had not gained the right to vote. Therefore, they could not push for this welfare. Therefore, this welfare was created for the white folks. And when the black folks started being included, that is when the white conservative pulled out and went against it, started campaigning against it. But before then, they were just happy, they were just okay with it. It was helping the poor white folks by that time. But as we always say, racism is all about jealousy. When the black folks that started being included, that is when they felt that we don't feel these food programs. But even in that, their campaign was actually to blame the minority community for getting help, and they call it socialism. But that was just a propaganda, while on the ground it was the white folks who are actually benefiting more. And that is where people are taking side. Do you think that these SNAP programs have been benefiting the white folks more? And to an extent that even the white folks who are being helped thought that the black folks were the majority who are receiving the big share. But right now, they actually know, or they are caught by surprise, that the majority of food stamps were going to the white folks. Let me know what you think about this. What do you think about this? Do you think the food snap was created and has been benefiting the white folks more than the minority community, and the propaganda was being pushed that these food snap have been helping the black folks because they are lazy? Let me know what you think. But as you can see the reality in the video, and just finish watching the video and give me your opinion. Until we meet next time, this has been a discussion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. Keep it respectfully. We are just sharing opinion in this channel. So let's keep the comments respectfully. Until we meet next time, peace, life, and harmony. And let's finish watching the videos.
I voted for him for lower grocery prices. Not only has that not happened, I'm getting my food stamps taken. I did not ask for this.
Well, it seems like a good enough time as any to interrupt her. Hi, I'm back to teach white people more shit. Well, mostly white people, because that's who keeps popping up on my FYP, just cheering on the fact that we won't have any SNAP benefits for November. So I thought I'd do a little research. Yeah, and I'm using Alabama as my example because that's the state I live in. And I got my data here that I'm about to read to you from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, and also because I know how to do basic math. Well, I do, but I double check it with Siri because I did receive an Alabama education, so there's a anyways that's neither here nor there. I said, you know, how many people in the state of Alabama, our population, are on SNAP benefits? And they said 750,000 to 800,000 people in the state of Alabama are on SNAP benefits, and that's our population, by the way, is 5 million. So that makes it 15 to 16% of our population are receiving SNAP benefits. And I said, so if we took each state, the percentage of their population on SNAP, and ranked them from highest to lowest, where on that list would Alabama fall? And we are the 11th highest on SNAP benefits. It's not really that good. They said 1 in 6 households receive SNAP benefits. I said, out of curiosity, how many people in the state of Alabama receiving SNAP benefits are white? It said 37%. I said, okay. That's about the same as our national average, so to be expected. I'm just going to give you a little bit more information to tie this up. 64% of the population voted for Donald Trump. 64% of the people who voted in 2024 voted for Donald Trump. And 77% of those people were white voters. And that comes from the Pew Research Center. I hope that helps.